What up, your Timmons here. Since I'm doing my reviews for Wes Anderson films because of the French Dispatch, here's my review for his 2009 anime film, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Now, this is actually based on a novel by Roald Dahl. Of course, Roald Dahl also wrote other books that got turned into movies, such as Willy Wonka, Matilda, etc. But Fantastic Mr. Fox is maybe one of the most underrated, underappreciated ones he's done, and it is, of course, Wes Anderson's first foray into animation. And this does feature a really solid voice cast. You had the likes of George Clooney, Meryl Streep, Bill Murray, William Dafoe, Owen Wilson. Yes, Owen Wilson's done other anime films outside of Cars, so yeah. Brian Cox was also in this. Mikey Gambit. It's a really decent anime film. Really cool, cool visuals. The animation style is really decent. And of course, scored an Oscar nomination for Best Animated Feature, but it lost out to Pixar's film Up. Uh, Now, if you guys don't really know much about the story, the plot pretty much follows the title character of Mr. Fox, played by George Clooney. And this is actually his only I could be mistaken, but this is actually his only movie he did with Wes Anderson. So yeah, he's not really done another film with Wes Anderson since. But here, the character Mr. Fox had pretty much sprees of death results in his family and later his community being hunted down by three famous known by these other three famous characters such as Bogus voiced by Robert Hurtstone, Buns played by Hugo Guinness, and Bean played by Dumbledore himself, Michael Gambon. And it's definitely really it's a really decent animation film. Crazy to believe that this movie is now Disney because it was, of course, released by Fox, who now owns Disney. So technically, Wes Anderson has now directed Disney movies, believe it or not. So yeah, just think of that. Wes Anderson has now done Disney movies. So yeah. But anyway, now the visuals is really solid in this. It's really humorous. It's a little dramatic as well. Definitely reminds me. I don't know why, but it reminds me of something like those classic '80s animated style films that you see. Uh, Definitely reminded me of something like Secret and Nim, uh, or Watership Down in a way. It's not as graphic as Watership Down, but still. And the voices is really is really solid here. I mean, yeah, George Clooney. Now this is not his first foray into animation. Of course, he lended voice to South Park: Big Long and Cut. So yeah, he's done animated stuff before, but this is definitely really it's always pretty cool to hear his voice in something like this. And Fantastic Mr. Fox, he voices Mr. Fox perfectly. Meryl Streep was great. I mean, I never really read the Roald Dahl book, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not much of a book reader. Come on, I'm more of a movie guy, but it's definitely so I can't really compare the film to the book because I never read the book. But yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox is a really decent film worth checking out. Great voice performances. I mean, Jason Schwartzman, Bill Murray. Talk about great, like obviously you got loads of people that Wes Anderson have worked with in the past, and there are some really decent voices. Here is very much Wes Anderson's very beautiful brain that goes into fresh directions when it comes to animation here. I mean, it's always cool to see people who never really did animated films before get into the animation genre, whether it's something like Richard Linklater, whether it's Wes Anderson. And Wes Anderson, does such a great job with this movie, and it's cute, charming, it is funny. While it is, of course, a kids movie, there is more adult stuff in this that more grown up jokes in this that might not be much for the gays or anything like that, but that side is still really this one. It is definitely very quirky. It is your pure Wes Anderson film. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely give it a go. You might enjoy it or you might not enjoy it. Anyway, let me let you guys. Have you ever watched Wes Anderson's Fantastic Mr. Fox? If so, what show? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite parts, favorite moments? Where does the film rank on your favorite Wes Anderson films? drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Hitsuru signing out.